Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Age of Mythology Retold. I'm Serious JG. We're in the campaign. We're more than halfway through the campaign, and I am caught up. What am I talking about here? I was about to say I'm caught up with what's recorded. Of course I am. I am a few videos ahead of what's posted, but I'm not planning any major, multiple hour-long Age of Mythology play sessions. So I'm not going to record. And we're more than halfway through the main story. And oh, okay. I was wondering when this was going to happen. I thought we had some more Egypt left. Let's see. This is the underworld thing. So our first 8 missions. This is an underground. This is like a. All right. So our first 10 missions roughly are the Greek scenario, even though only like 2 or 3 of them involve getting to build Greek armies and Greek stuff. But I do believe that the Lost Relic is definitely our first Egypt one. The Jackal Stronghold. I think that might be it for Egypt. Because we have to... Well, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I'm getting ahead of myself. But this... Yeah, never mind. The giant tree was making me think about, like, the Norse world tree. And, oh, we're going to get into a bunch of tree-related stuff. But this is a giant tree that's on the Sinai Peninsula somewhere. Is that the Sinai Peninsula? My geographical knowledge is not amazing, but we're definitely still in, well, I don't even want to say we're still in Egypt, because this is a whole area whose ownership has been disputed over time, but we're definitely not in Norse lands, so let's assume that we are still building Egyptian units as we go for a long way from home, though the name suggests otherwise. Chiron and some new allies must recover the third Osiris piece from within a giant tamarisk tree. Because we just got done watching Amonra chase off Kempst.
North of here, a great tamarisk tree grows from the riverbank. In its trunk, we will find the head of Osiris.
Chiron,
We just have to carve it out of the wood. We're going to whittle the head of Osiris.
I am Njordseer.
No.
We're following the One-Eye. We've tracked him all the way from Midgard.
Guess it must be really hot.
Gargarensis, the Cyclops.
Aye.
No old one-eyed
He's
Jack.
guide
We're
to
taking him to the
giants up
optometrist.
north. Much of Midgard now lies in ruin. We were sent to follow him in hopes of preventing Ragnarok.
Ragnarok sounds awesome.
The end of the world. Have you seen the One-Eye?
He is here.
Thor Ragnarok's one of my favorite Marvel films.
Him as well. Will you join us?
We will.
Sure, whatever. Okay, so maybe we're not building a...
Look, a scout. Follow him back to his camp. Perhaps they can help us.
Well, we might as well throw down our standard save at the beginning of a mission, but I guess, yeah. This is what I was kind of thinking from the name. They might be introducing us to the third faction, the Norse, which apparently they are. We got heavy raiding cavalry here. Counter to ranged soldiers. Cavalry only good against ranged soldiers and siege engines. North raiding cavalry are fast, but lack the strength of more expensive cavalry. Until they can train Huskarls in the heroic age, the raiding cavalry is the Norse's best response to archers or even throwing axemen. Mounted warriors are especially suited to striking enemies quickly and without warning. Often when most unexpected cavalry used as raiders were difficult to defend against because they could hit anywhere and disappear quickly. They were good for disrupting economies, looting or destroying goods, and doing a lot of damage. They were not equipped with heavy armor and weapons, or weapons, because speed was their strength. They were usually not expected to fight in battle against enemy troops. And we also have the ox cart. Norse mobile drop site for food, gold, and wood. The ox cart is a mobile drop site that can collect food, wood, and gold. Its mobility allows the Norse to gather resources swiftly and efficiently. However, the slow-moving ox carts count against your population camp and are very vulnerable to attack. The Norse ox cart was representative of the hunting and gathering lifestyle that the Norse used to supplement themselves even after agriculture and animal husbandry became predominant. The Norse ranged far from their homes for food and raw materials because their lands were not bountiful and the climate was harsh. Later, when they turned to raiding to increase their wealth, they tended to hit quickly, gather what was available, and move on. The ox cart reflects the transitory nature of their resource gathering. So we do have a village. Anwich. And
Tayo.
Oh, welcome to our camp, noble one.
No.
Protect us, and we shall help you fight your way to the tamarisk tree.
Interesting, but stupid. Okay. So it looks like we are building
Gireg.
Greek stuff. I don't know how much of a hurry we're in to get this all straight, but we are building Greek stuff.
Sandwich. Into you.
So we have
Into you.
axemen, we have raiding cavalry, we have jarls. Notice jarl is a mighty cavalry. This is elite heavy cavalry, good against soldiers. So they are slow and expensive and powerful in combat. High-ranking men who owned substantial land were called jarls, a cognate of the Anglo-Saxon word that became earl. Their wealth and elite status permitted them to acquire the best weapons available. Equipment, it says. Jarls were either independent lords or owed their allegiance to a king for whom they fought. For this reason, their own interest in martial affairs, they were elite warriors, often trained from childhood.
Greek. Gireg. EU refer. Inage erect.
Alright, so what I don't know right now is where the resources are at. And obviously I don't know how long we have to get ready.
Mummies threaten our camp. Seek out and destroy these tombs in the desert, and the attacks will stop.
Enito.
This is Chiron, ranged centaur hero. Is it god of healing?
Etimos.
Didn't actually mean to double click him there.
Sandwich.
He's used the vision god power. That's not good. That means he knows where we are and can attack. We got sphinxes too.
In wedge, tile.
Into
The thing is, I don't know where our resources are, so I kind of don't know where to
Inage. In
focus our energy right now.
Pro en Yawit.
Oh, I know one thing we can do, which is build a monument.
Kid.
Because the whole point of the ox carts is to, oh. Here, sorry, I'm not trying to make your life harder, I just figured you would use the town.
Into. Inage erect.
So, yeah, these things gain...
Into. Inage erect. Kid.
There's a musty old tomb. So we are probably supposed to attack it.
Prostagma. Malista.
Greek. UIR.
You know what? I can't replace these ox carts, can I? These Norse units I probably need to take good care of.
Gireg. Into. UEF.
It's probably not really a good use of their time and energy, but there's a single scarab.
Enito. Tayo.
All right. So what I need to do is I need to
Inage erect.
all right. The idea here is that these guys will collect to the village.
Tayo.
I'm waiting for our animals to get plump. I'm not really organized or thinking clearly, but we need to get, we've got to get a barracks built. We don't have a barracks, because with a barracks I can build some disposable forces that can go search the map.
And which UIR.
Because my biggest concern right now is, I guess I could be using Chiron. He's a horse. He could act like a scout. We obviously have another town settlement zone.
Enito, are you repair?
Yeah, I figured the first attack that would come wouldn't be that tough, but... They used their vision power, and, they kill my Chimera. I think they might have killed my Chimera.
And which UIR.
So, yeah, I'm just trying to get... I'm, in my usual... derpy, confused way, trying to figure out what's going on. So that is an avenue of attack that we should seal off.
In wedge. Kid.
Let's get some economy going. I think this is another one of these missions. I'm probably going to turn this into a bigger deal than it is to get this mission done.
Esto. Ispoli.
Greek. Tayo. Are you repair?
So mummies are good against heroic units.
I at you. NGO.
Prostagma. Ismaken.
Gerek. Kid.
Alright. So we can enclose off a little area. And make ourselves kind of safe. I'm doing a slow build micro approach to a mission that is probably best, it's probably really like rapid strategies to quickly get an advantage, blah, blah, blah. We need... Oh, we're like out of food. Okay. That makes sense, because I refuse to slaughter these goats. We probably need to get these goats slaughtered. We can hunt elephants for food.
In wedge. Kid.
We see that there's a nose of the Sphinx up here.
Enito, UIR.
Enito, Ak, EU refer. Ak.
Alright. You guys are still hard at work.
Esto. Ne.
This increases building hit points. Let's get it stashed. Priest cost. Money only. Let's buy a couple more priests. It is, after all, myth units that we're fighting so far.
Image direct. UER.
I think we can hunt for an elephant. Its hit points won't go up any. I think I'm letting myself be ruled by the fact that
Into you.
I'm letting myself be unduly ruled by the fact that
Get a kid.
we can get more value out of those livestock if we kill them now. But in fact,
No.
we're probably going to lose a worker here. I mean, I guess I could avoid it by microing it all, but... And you actually should be over there blessing that building. Bless this mess. Alright. And we lost someone. Yeah, you're over here repairing stuff. Okay. This was a thing to generically block off. This is open space, so towers aren't really great here, but this was an obvious place to steal off once we received our first attack through here. And an attack.
Antio. I at you. Intio. In wedge.
Did we get him back? I made a mess of this. I think I want to start over. Apologies, guys.
North of here.
I think I'm making this harder than it really is. I was refusing to just, like, take advantage of our food source that we got.
And we are you refer?
Look, a scout. Follow him back to his camp. Perhaps they can help us.
Because I can certainly just build a couple farms.
Welcome to our camp, noble one. Protect us, and we shall help you fight your way to the tamarisk tree.
Are you refer? You I air.
Alright.
Are you refer?
This thing is going to spawn mummies, so let's take it out right away.
You I air.
Mummies threaten our camp. Seek out and destroy these tombs in the desert, and the attacks will stop.
In wedge. Into you. Into you. Image direct. Throw in Yawit.
On wood and gold in the old tomb.
Throw in Yawit.
I think we lost somebody there. That's too bad.
Enito.
That was a misclick.
And wheat. Tayo.
We have a pharaoh or not? We had a pharaoh before. I don't know when he shows up. Okay, there he is.
Antio. Erifir.
Yeah, so but we need to be building up a little bit more rapidly than I was. Because Gargarensis can see us. They made a point of showing us that. So I either turtle or I need to start having
Throw in Yawit.
need to start having some actual units that can move to attack enemies and not let me lose a pharaoh. I think a third farm is definitely in order, and then once I've got
Ini attack. Kids.
because the idea is build them up and then let these guys get fully powered up with food value, and then
Image erect. Ak. UER.
I'll do whatever.
Urifer.
Now our Sphinx is alive this time. They are good against human soldiers and buildings. Turns into a sand vortex to attack. If we can get some utility out of the... Oh, yeah, but I need
Gereg.
to start getting my statues so that we can generate favor.
Kid.
Enito.
I think this is a map where there are strategies to kind of very quickly rush out. See, we don't have any kind of good against infantry, good against counter infantry, counter cavalry. I feel like it was infantry that attacked us before.
Tayu. Entio. Image Ak.
I don't want to build this wall until those guys come.
Tayu.
That probably seems counterintuitive, doesn't it?
Kid.
We do have a lot of wood.
Ak.
Let's make a...
Kid.
an armory. Meanwhile, this attack that I would... Here it comes. Knew that it would happen eventually. And they still killed that Sphinx. Sphinxes do not seem to have a whole lot of staying power.
Gereg. And which? UIR. Into UER.
Oh, these are axemen. Never mind. These are where my folks got missing.
Kid. Into.
Alright.
Kid.
So what I don't have right now is a gold source. So let's spend gold on priests. I have a lot of gold, I just don't have a source for more. Once we've got this built, I'm sure we can find where those enemies came from and maybe do something about it. Wood, as is often the case with the Egyptians, seems to be the least important resource here. Here come some mummies. Any of the rest of you guys want to do anything about this?
Tayo.
Oddly complacent about this mummy up here.
Ayo refer. And which?
Rig.
Alright.
Kids. Kids.
Don't know how much I care about that just yet.
Enwed. UER. Into you.
So it can't be sure the...
Into you.
I mean, Gargarensis gotta look at... Oh, where's where we get gold.
EU refer.
Yeah, Gargarensis used like a vision power and figured out where we're at, so...
UER. Into you.
We may just need to have dudes around here. This doesn't look like a map that's going to be easy to wall up.
Into you. UER.
But I still like the idea of improving the towers that we do have. You guys still not fully powered up. Alright, well I've got a few guys hanging out over here. And a few guys who are hanging out at my main base. We've established that this spot is reasonably safe.
Inwet UER. Tayo. UER.
You need to. Baya.
Inage erek. Bea.
Here we are. Get a couple more villagers. We could start saving up to upgrade to the next age now. Or I could take advantage of knowing where the next guys are coming from. But I think we'll upgrade our other fairly shitty infantry.
Inwet tayo. Kid.
Sphinxes weren't really doing that much for us, were they? We only had one, and he died pretty quickly. Poor craftsman blames his tools, but oh, and you know what? We have mercenary infantry. Like, I could have dropped a bunch of these guys to rescue the Pharaoh there. I mean, the reason I reset is because we lost the Pharaoh. That made me feel like a schmuck.
NWIR.
I think one more farm over here
Kids.
would still be appropriate, even if we're going to eventually build up a bunch of guys who are going to just grab these goats. Grab them goats. Because I know the next attack comes from... Well, I mean, I don't know if they're going to follow the exact same pattern, but...
Inage erek. Kid.
Looks like the attack just came from this direction this time, and it's consequently going to be a lot easier to deal with. I think this is the same attack. It just came from a direction where I was much more prepared for it this time.
Gritayo.
On account of I just literally had my army hanging out there. Alright, we'll throw down a couple more priests. And I'll throw down a save. And I think we'll call it a video here, on time for the first time in a while. Alright, so after a false start, I think we're up and running here. This is going to be a map where I think there are speed strats that involve rushing the objective. I think this is one of those maps where there's more bases on the map than you would possibly need to clear, because you're supposed to go chop down this tree, and once you start chopping it down, everyone aggroes and goes after you. So you can go in and just build up a lot of troops there and defend. But you know me, I'm probably going to try for a clear. So we'll see how big and involved that appears and whether or not that's worth doing. It's definitely not worth doing, but it might be fun anyway.